Thank you, Mark. I see the flag everywhere, but I don't know much about it, or about the king or queen's picture on our money. It's a bit confusing.
You're not alone, Anya. Even many Canadians don't know the full story behind our symbols. These symbols are like a country's family photos. They show us where we've come from and who we are. Let's start right here on Parliament Hill, the heart of our government, and a showcase of our national identity. Today, we'll explore why Canada is a constitutional monarchy and what that means for us.
So, it's more than just history lessons. It's about understanding Canada now?
Exactly. We'll look at the role of the sovereign, the governor-general, and the lieutenant governors. We'll also dive into the story of our flags, starting with the maple leaf, and touch on the Royal Union flag, which reflects our colonial past. Each symbol reveals something about the Canadian character, our respect for tradition, our embrace of diversity, and our pride in our regional identities. By the end, you'll see these flags and symbols not as decorations, but as threads in the fabric of Canada. They belong to you now too, as a new Canadian.
I'm excited to learn. Where do we start?
Let's begin this journey together and uncover the meanings woven into our national tapestry. Scene transition Parliament Hill fades into view, flags waving. Our first stop understanding the Crown in Canada. Music swells, camera pans to Parliament buildings. Let's go. What does it mean that Canada is a constitutional monarchy? It means we're governed by our own constitution and parliament, but our head of state is the sovereign, the king or queen.
The crown represents the continuity of the state above politics. It's a symbol of authority that remains constant, even as governments change.
The separation between the head of state and the prime minister ensures power isn't concentrated in one person and provides a non-partisan symbol for all Canadians. You see reminders of the crown every day, on coins, in court names, and in the term Crown Land. The Canadian crown is a distinct institution, separate from the UK, and its duties here are carried out by representatives. The crown provides a sense of permanence and tradition, anchoring our multicultural society. It's a legacy of stability we all share.
If the sovereign lives in the UK, who does the work here?
That's the Governor-General, the sovereign's representative in Canada, chosen by the Prime Minister and appointed by the sovereign. The Governor-General ensures we always have a Prime Minister and government with the confidence of the House, and gives royal assent to bills.
I also serve as Commander-in-Chief of the Canadian Armed Forces, represent Canada abroad and welcome world leaders.
The Governor-General celebrates excellence, presenting honors like the Order of Canada, and travels the country to promote unity. By honoring achievement and fostering shared identity, the Governor-General strengthens our nation.
So the Governor-General is the living symbol of the Crown in Canada.
Exactly.
What about the provinces? Does the Governor-General handle things there too?
No, each province has its own lieutenant governor who performs the same constitutional and ceremonial functions at the provincial level.
The Lieutenant Governor ensures the province always has a premier and a government with the confidence of the legislature, and gives royal assent to provincial bills.
They also host royal family members, present provincial honors, and act as patrons for local organizations.
The territories have commissioners who represent the federal government, not the Crown directly. This structure is a cornerstone of Canadian federalism, with the Crown as a unifying symbol in each province.
So every province has its own representative of the Crown.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about our national flag, the maple leaf. It's the most recognized symbol of Canada.
Was it always our flag?
No, for most of our history we used the Royal Union flag and the Canadian red ensign. But as Canada grew, we needed a unique flag.
The Great Canadian Flag debate in the 1960s led to the adoption of the maple leaf, designed by George Stanley.
The white center represents the snowy north, the red bars the Atlantic and Pacific, and the maple leaf, a symbol used for centuries, stands for unity.
On February 15, 1965, the maple leaf was raised for the first time. Now, it's a symbol of our values, peace, tolerance, and diversity.
When new Canadians take the oath of citizenship, they receive a small flag, a powerful welcome into the Canadian family.
It really does feel like a symbol for everyone.
That's the power of the maple leaf, seen transition flags waving at a citizenship ceremony. Let's look at another important flag.
You mentioned another flag, the Royal Union flag, or Union Jack.
That's right. It was Canada's official flag until 1965, symbolizing our connection to Britain and our colonial foundations.
Its design combines the flags of England, Scotland, and Ireland, representing the union of those kingdoms.
Even after adopting the maple leaf, the Royal Union flag remains an official symbol, flown on special occasions to honor our history.
It's a reminder that our new identity builds on our past, not erases it.
You'll see it on Commonwealth Day, Victoria Day, and other key dates.
It's a deliberate nod to our heritage and the journey of respectful transformation.
So, both flags tell Canada's story, past and present.
Our symbols don't end with those two flags. Every province and territory has its own flag, each telling a unique story. The fleur-de-lis in Quebec reflects French heritage. Newfoundland and Labrador's flag points to a bright future. British Columbia's flag shows its western location and British roots.
These flags are rich with local symbolism, nature, history, and culture. Saskatchewan's flag, for example, features green for forests, gold for grain fields, and the western red lily.
As you travel, notice these flags. They're a beautiful expression of Canadian diversity and pride.
Understanding these symbols is part of becoming Canadian. They're the emblems of your new home, united in diversity.
Welcome to Canada.